number one thing on Bitcoin is it's still stuck in the range. We have resistance right here. We have support here. We're now down ticking a little bit. Which way does it go? We're going to find out here. But ultimately, as a trader, you have to know when to freak out. And when I say freak out, I don't mean freak out, but basically like when does it matter and when does it not? And I try to impress upon this because I noticed that every up move, like you get a little bit of an uptick like this and the bulls are like, yeah, here we go, biggest breakout ever, right? And then it comes down and the bears are like, yeah, here we go. And it's like, dude, just chill. Like it's just stuck in a range. All you're doing is making your adrenaline and your endorphins and everything go crazy for no reason. Let the chart dictate it to us.
Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to Bitcoinzilla, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. Bitcoinzilla offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with Bitcoinzilla. Subscribe now. Gareth will share his insights on a slight negative bias, but the real game changer lies ahead. Also the critical resistance and support levels for Bitcoin. And is it time to freak out or stay calm? Moreover, Solana's bearish pattern raises eyebrows. Why isn't Solana following Bitcoin's lead? Massive support between 120 and 130, but watch out. Let's join Gareth in this interview about these topics and more.
The people that learn the methodology, it changes their mindset. It literally changes their mindset to the ability to not get caught up in the emotion. You start to learn to trust the charts. And that's all you have to do here. Charts are charts. It is what it is. Doesn't have to me, is there a bias here? Slight negative bias. The only reason it's slightly negative, and when I talk like negative, it's like 53% negative to 47% positive, right? It's basically 50-50. The only reason I say slightly negative is because you do have a little bit of a bearish pattern there. But again, all that matters is this area here. Confirm below that, now you're talking bigger down move to 52K. If it breaks the upside, then the bear flag, in spirit of bear flag, fails, and it goes to the all-time highs. Simple as that. Do you see Solana getting a little weak here? And the same kind of deal here is you do have a little bit of a bearish pattern on the charts, right? We have this down move here. And so, yes, there's a ton of support here between 120 and 130, massive support. But just be aware, this is not, usually, honestly, I would have expected Solana to go up here. In fact, that's where I was going to look to short it. If it got up to there, I was going to pull the trigger on a short. We bought it, so we were short up here. We got out of the short, right? Then we went long. I took the quick gains right up here for almost 20. And then I was saying, all right, well, if it goes up here, I'm going to short it. Hasn't gone there yet. Now, we've seen Bitcoin go up to that level, its resistance level. We've seen a few others, but a lot of the altcoins are not doing that. They're staying weaker than Bitcoin, and just something to keep an eye on there. Gold is inching up a little bit today. Again, to me, do I get crazy like, oh, here goes the next bull run on gold? No, I don't. Why? Because simply put, we have a topping tail that is still intact, so I respect that. That's the dominance right there. And we still have potentially a bearish pattern here on it as well. So again, my angle until proven otherwise, what would prove me otherwise? A break above that line with confirmation. But it's, as long as this is here and you have this as your dominant, neutral to negative bias until it hits, really what I'm looking for is 2200. 2200 right here, this flat kind of shelf area, that's your zone right there where I'll start accumulating at that point.
According to a recent survey, half of Canadian institutional investors and financial services organizations have actively offered at least one type of cryptocurrency asset product or service to clients in the past year. The study revealed that half of the institutional investors surveyed were exposed to crypto through exchange-traded funds, ETF, closed-end trusts, or other regulated products. Bitcoin miners have faced significantly reduced earnings, with the current hash price lingering at a significant low. Just 5 days ago, miners were harvesting an average of 5.105 BTC per block, between a blend of new BTC and transaction fees, following a peak in the hash price. However, the average yield per block reward over the past 100 blocks has notably decreased by 24.97% since last Sunday. Over the past 2 days, there has been a notable uptick in concern within the crypto community regarding the U.S. government's actions toward non-custodial wallets, which facilitate the sovereign storage of crypto assets. Recent events have fueled a widespread belief that a targeted campaign against non-custodial wallets is now underway.
But there's the 10-year yield. See, I got you there. But in any case, look at that channel. Same exact channel, right, in general. Now, the key here is that look at this. We are right at the high end, and we also got another kiss yesterday. And what is the chart likely to do? So think about probabilities, right? What are your probabilities? The probabilities have shown us that every time we hit the upper range of this, right, you're getting some sort of pullback, pullback, pullback. So this is what I consider a double tap. Double taps are actually very bearish when it's in an upsloping channel at the upper line. Now, when it's at the bottom of the channel, it's very bullish. So what do I mean by that? Well, here was a single tap and we went to the high end. Single tap, we went up, then we did a double tap, right? Double tap here to here. And then what happens? We go to the high end. Now, notice how this, and this is, by the way, this is getting into some nitty-gritty inside stuff, all right? This is like going beyond what I normally teach in here. But look at the trend line, right? So look at how the midpoint, see this, I don't know if you guys can see the dotted line of the middle of this channel, which is a parallel as well, right? Look at how the bounce, the double tap, went to this point, then it retraced, and then it got its mojo and really had a run, okay? So watch this now. Let's clear off these lines. So now let's look for a double tap. So number one, here's our first hit, and then look at the low. The low, we had a flush down right to the midpoint, just like over here, and then we pushed up. There's your double tap. My guess is, guys, and again, this is going counter trend. And by the way, you'll see me, like, I literally turned on CNBC yesterday, Bloomberg, everyone's like, yields are going higher, yields are going higher, it's all going higher. I'm like, you know, you makes the news makes you think that, and then I always say, shut off that part of my brain that just goes by the narrative that's being spun and look at the chart. And can the chart be wrong? Yeah, you know, 3 out of 10 times it could be, you know, in general, but I'm going to go with the probability side every time because that's what's going to keep me as a more sane, logical trader and have a better winning percentage. So the idea is here's your double tap, right? Double tap back to the midpoint, right up there, and there's your move. Double taps are something that I've learned more and more about, and they are significant. And again, usually that's where you get your bigger run. Greatest example of this here, midpoint, double tap, and then your bigger move to the upside. Okay, so again, the point here is that I like TLT. TLT, again, is a way to play a pullback in yields. And again, I am long TLT at this point, at this second. All right, going into the dollar chart, the dollar here continues, honestly, the dollar continues to look bullish to me. Today, the dollar's up a little bit on the day, not much. But again, it's more of the key here. And by the way, you could even make a case for a double tap here, right? Here, then here, bounced, and then here. Doesn't have the same midpoint line, so I don't look at this the same way. But either way, then you got your big move up. And then what type of pattern formation is that? I'm still in the camp that we are headed up to this upper range here. All right, so again, I still have this target of 107, just above 107 on the US dollar. Once we get there, I actually think the dollar could start to pull back. But nonetheless, that is my short-term target. Now, again, could this be negated? Yes. If this pattern fails, if this bullish pattern here fails, right, then you have to respect the failure. Like if it went like this, that's no longer a bullish pattern, and then you actually look for a move back here and potentially lower. But as of now, you go with what the pattern is showing us. That's really all we have. Use the information within the chart. Don't try to get all fancy. Like a lot of us are like, well, if this does this and if this does this, then maybe this happens. That does us no good. Keep it simple. Right now, what's the chart showing us? That's the angle of probabilities. If that changes, then we say, okay, probabilities have shifted. So again, it's the simplicity of that. Be a robot, essentially. Be an algorithm, if you will.
A new law enabling the National Crime Agency and police to seize, freeze, and destroy crypto assets is now in effect in the UK. Under this law, police can seize crypto from suspects without needing to make an arrest first. Additionally, victims have the right to request the release of funds held in crypto accounts that belong to them. The cryptocurrency trading platform Crypto.com unveiled a new advertisement set to debut at the forthcoming Lakers NBA playoff game in Los Angeles. Additionally, the ad was highlighted on the social media site X by the hip-hop icon Marshall Mathers, also known as Eminem. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.